Hi everybody, welcome back to Thaumaturge with me, Sid, and I'm just down here in the base of the blood altar looking at a problem. So, these guys, not dropping skulls, not a single one. Lots of these bones, which appear to have no use, but more importantly, they're dropping this rubbish here, which is, yeah, this is problematic, because these are just a pain in the bum. Quite simply put, they're rubbish, and this setup isn't going to work for gathering drops if we got this kind of rubbish going on in there. So we've got a problem, and the problem is not going to be sort of, if you use skeletons, we'll have the same problem. They'll drop armor and bows. If we drop zombies, they'll drop armor and tools. And I don't know why I just tried to double tap to fly then. I'm still thinking I'm in TFC, but I'm guessing this guy here is a tough guy. We need to take him out. The only mob I can think of that we can put in there that won't have this particular problem is a creeper. I don't even know how to. I'm just trying to think how to get rid of this. I mean, just dropping in a lava pool would be the obvious one, wouldn't it? I can't make that jump, of course. Hup. Okay, and hup. No. Of course, I'm going to jump onto that thing that is no longer there. Well, that was a good idea, John. Oh, hang on. Come on. Alright. No, that's not what I put there. I never did get around to putting that thing in, by the way. In you go. But this is obviously painfully slow as well, so yeah, that's not gonna fly. So what we need to do is come up, as I say, with an alternative. Now, these guys we can use the Thaumic spike on. We can just spawn them and drop them on the Thaumic spike. They are not a particular problem. I've got a spare creeper soul gem, so I could always just go and swap that out for the and that would give me a double supply of this stuff. In fact, we could in theory take this lot out, swap this entirely over and drop something else down there, but again we'd have the same problem. So creepers would seem to be the obvious one. They drop 3 known things: head, gunpowder and TNT, obviously because of modded, improving Minecraft mod, I think it is, that does that. Right, so let me just get rid of this. I'm going to do pretty much what we said I was going to do. I'm going to get rid of these, burn them, and cook all of these. We'll sort those drops out, and we'll get that set up for creeper exploitation rather than with a skeleton exploitation. I've got enough skulls to actually upgrade that altar anyway as soon as I'm actually ready to do it. Quite frankly, the thoughts of doing all those runes gives me the screaming abdab, so that's why I haven't done it yet. As simple as it is. I've done so many blood magic, blood altars that the thoughts of doing more blood runes, yeah, nasty. I mean, although I know there are ways we can automate it, and we'll get that sort of, but we don't need that many, to be honest. It's that guy we will really need to have to die though before long. Okay, have I got? Let me just grab my loot bag as well. If I grab my loot bag, then I can do a whole load with that, can't I? Yeah, back in a moment. Alright, got that sorted. So we are one job down. This is all that's leftovers from the wither skellies, which were not playing nicely. That, however, is a room I am never, ever, 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 ever going to go in again. Alright, so back to Evilcraft. First things first, what I would like to do is I would like to get a couple of the large tanks to go with this. I also want to upgrade this quite considerably. So let us get in here and we are going to look at the uses for that. Well, we were going to look at the uses for that use. No, okay. Pedestal then, show me that. So the sanguinary pedestal has an option of an upgrade, which is also the sanguinary pedestal, but with efficiency 1. And that's made with dark power gems and the original one and a dark power gem block. So we need 9, 10, 11, 14. 14 of those. So let us go and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can pop those in there. And while we're at it, I shall also grab back out my Evil Craft bag, because I think there's still a little bit of that blood left in there, so we might as well pop that in. It's really not much use for anything else. So the other thing we need to do is more of these promises of tenacity. Well, more of the promises period. We need to get a promise of tenacity 1, 2, and 3. Promises of velocity and productivity, which basically will increase the productivity. That will increase the tank capacitor and yada yada, tank capacity. And to do that, we are going to need bowls of strength 0, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to need some of these promise acceptors. So, for example, that needs to be a bowl of strength 1, 2, or 3, with a gold promise acceptor, which is made with a block of gold in a promise of tenacity. So, yeah, well, pretty straightforward stuff. So for that one, we can actually get the gold going on that. And I am still one too many. I'm still in two minds about where I see the uses for this particular mod. Not that it's not got uses; it definitely has got uses. It's just the best use for it, if you know what I mean. How to get the best use out of it. Now there are a number of little options that we can play with. There's obviously the big tanks. There's a thing called the Eternal Bucket and a water block. There's Undead Sapling I want to play with this episode. There's a Blood Pearl of Teleportation, which sounds immense fun. And then there was that Ring of Effectiveness, I think it was, which should be good. So those are what we're going to look at this episode, but we're also going to look at getting this Blood Infuser upgraded a little bit and see whether we can't, you know, make some progress. Now the other thing, so the tanks, while we're waiting on that, because I just need to make that promise, the tanks go from 16, which is that. We can make a 144 one, which is that. 256 and a 1024. Now you can't make, but you combine these. So if we were to take 2 dark blocks, 2 blocks of iron, for example. So if I were to make 2 of those, come here, you. It doesn't seem to want to drag click for some reason. 2 blocks of iron and a bit of glass. I think it was that way around. That gives us the 144 bucket one, and you can see that's 100, and that's only a 64 bucket. Now whether we want the full, let me just do this while we're quickly playing this game, shall we? Let's get you done. You went there, you went there, went there, and there, across, and that gives us the improved one. So we've got that tank. Now if I were to jump into my things, we haven't got a huge amount of these. This is where I'm a little bit wary of going mad with these. I mean, there's 144 buckets worth just staying with a 144. Do I really need 1024 buckets in a single tank? I am going to go with the answer no for now. Oops. I'm just going to make one more evil 144. In fact, should I make it? No, let's make a. No, we'll go with 144. That's fine. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide best use of resource here, because I've got a 64, but that's fine. We can use that for other things. So we got you. Bang bang. We're going to go I've done this the wrong way around. I know I have. Yes. Okay, so we get 2 of those, and we got that. This thing, we're going to pop you in with a promise of tenacity 1. That should stop processing. Now what we're going to do is come over here. We're going to place our pedestal again up there. We're going to stick you there, and then we're going to turn that back on, and that will very quickly give us 144 buckets of blood, hopefully, and then we can fill another one and be on our way with that. How are you doing? Ticking along. So while we're looking at that, let's start off with the one I want to look at, which is the blood pearl of teleportation, and it takes 4 dark power gems and 5 ender pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and we also want 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We're going to have to wait for this to finish, unfortunately, but that's fine. We'll come back to that one in a moment. But yeah, this is a pretty cool device. Oh, here we go. We're hammering. Look at this. I mean, this is just ludicrous. I was saying, I'm not bothered about the drops. I've got the drops being collected over there for one. If I'm really desperate, I can just come over here and grab them, and you know, we can do the usual. And at some point, I'm going to set this thing running again. At the moment, I've not been running it for a while because I've been bouncing between dimensions a fair bit. But that is, yeah, I mean, just look at the speed that is generating blood. Oops. So, let's go and have a look at how we're doing over here. We've got the gold promise acceptor, excellent. Now, what I want to do here is take my 64 bucket tank, and I want to pop that in there. So this is where having multiple tanks comes in. We can just fill a tank, pop it in there, and, you know, we're off. 4 of those, please. And while we're at it, we need the promise of tenacity 2. Let's have a look at that. For the promise of tenacity 2, we need another ender pearl and a bowl of promises. So we need 1 more ender pearl for that. And I should have the bowl in here. That takes 2 of those to make the empty bowl. And then we need the strength 1, which is that one. Uses tenacity with some blood. Alright, that's easy. There we go, take that out, put that in. And then what were we doing? We were doing this work. Oh, we were making that, and you were for, yes, I'm with it. I'm with myself now. I'm back in the room. Yeah, we were going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives us the ender pearl of teleportation. Now, I'm unsure whether that can be upgraded, but anyway, we're going to need to... Can we fill you up in there? No, we can't. Probably need to infuse that somehow from, let's go and, well, let's try this for starters. Not that's for certain. That's full. Pop that one down there. We'll pop this one in. Oh dear. Got a really itchy nose. Wow, these are just dropping at a fair old rate of knots, aren't they? Alright, let's see what's going on in here again. So we should have our bowl of strength 1. Thank you, that's full. Believe it or not, ender pearl. Uses 100 millibuckets per use. So, yeah, that's nice. I think that's an interesting device. So let's have promise of tenacity 2. And if we go and pop that in, when you take you out, then we can put you in, and you can see straight away a vast increase in the amount of blood we can use, and so on and so forth. Tenacity 3 uses a diamond promise acceptor. Now this is getting pricey, of course, but we might as well aim for that one while we're at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to need another ender pearl. We need to be, I think you need to be bowl of strength 2 or 3. Okay. And we're going to need, let me get this one, 2 of those, because we need to make an empty bowl of empty promises. Filled bowl of empty promises. So yeah, we can pop that in there. So that should increase the tank capacity, but it doesn't increase the speed, you'll notice. So what we do is take you out there. We're going to pop, oops, I should stop using that. Pop that in there. That'll give us plenty of blood for the process. Yeah, so that's all good. How are you doing? Full already. This is just obscene, the amount of blood you get from these things, but there you go. Right, now this is the 64. Can I combine that and that? I can't combine a 64. I wonder whether I can combine, because I could with the you know, hoofer. Oh, I'll get that. You combine them with the injector. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, we've got you. We need to craft the diamond block like that. Now the velocity, which is a speed, and the productivity, which is thing. Now velocity uses a redstone block and iron promise with a bowl of strength 1, 2, or 3. So we could go maybe we should do that first, actually. If I go and get that, pop that in, that should make us the relevant thingy. That's my technical term. The thingy is relevant and it's a thingy. That is a bowl of strength 2. Now what we should have, yeah, I'm gonna have to make the diamond one first, I think. I suppose I could use a bowl of strength 2. It doesn't really matter if I were to go with that, and that. That will give me a promise of velocity, which we can pop in here. So that will increase the speed by 2. Then we can pop that in, and hopefully that will be, wow, we want about 4 of those. And probably about 4 of those, which is lapis based one as well. So first things first, let's try these, because I'm going to need to go mining for more of this stuff at this rate. Yeah, that's taking a while. Okay, how's that going? You're nearly empty, you're full. Well, nearly full. You are definitely full. So we can keep that going. Grab all that lot while we're here and put it all away. Right, so let's take that one out. Let's put that one in. If I just pop that on there, shift right click it into empty mode, that'll top that one off, and then this one can go in here into fill mode. And thank you. Yeah, so well, this is nearly finished. Let me finish this off. I'll get the, what was I doing, the bowl of promises done, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, just to top this one off, we've got the strength, we've got the diamond promise acceptor, we've got that. My vendor. Okay, well, it's not a problem. I just don't think I've got the means on me. However, I happen to know pretty much exactly where I can go and find myself a blaze rod or some blaze powder if I haven't got any up in the storeroom just stashed around, because, you know, I am living in the nether. I do run into these things now and again. Okay, what have we got? Yeah, no. No. Blaze rod, yes. That doesn't actually want to be there. I need to sort the inventory out here a bit, I think. Okay, that's fine. And that, and that gives us the promise of tenacity 3. Oh, and we need to pick you up again. So, on with that, I think we now have the capability to make everything in there that we need. I'm going to take you. Oh, we need to take that out and pop that in, and then we can pop the velocity back in. Okay, and then we can pop you and you in there. You'll notice that the capacity is 640. Come on. So that's not going to go very far. So I probably do need to think about that big 1000 millibucket tank, don't I? Because otherwise I'm never going to fill this. Pop that there. That's only the 64 bucket one. So definitely some mining. I've got 7 of these. I actually need 2 more. I've just realised. 2 more of those. I'm going to need more redstone anyway. So that's a biggie. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And I don't think I've got enough redstone on me to make 5 blocks. Well, maybe I have. I have. 3, 4, 5. So now it's just a matter of making the productivity and velocity promises. They both require a strength 1, I think. I don't think there's any benefit using strength 2 or 3 on them. So if I take you out and just do, let's have a look, strength 1 requires a tenacity 1, that one. Now you'll notice that the blood hasn't gone down, so this is still pretty full. And we can make these up as we need them and just run them through. Shouldn't take too long. I'll pop you in. And what I'll do is as these run through, I will keep on adding the velocity, so this shouldn't take too long to make the first one. Eventually, come on. So that's a times 2, so that'll be times 4 then. That, and that. Oops, and then do 2 more of those. So that goes in here, and that goes in there, and we shall see significantly faster. And then we'll do the next one, and the next one, and then we'll do the these ones. And yeah, that should make this entire process a little bit faster going down the line, hopefully. So let's just do another one. And then I'll take a cut and finish off these things. So yeah, if we now go and do that, we should see. There you go. So this will take no time at all. I'll get this done. Be back in a moment. Okay, that's all of that done. So we should now be able to take out those 4 and the promise of tenacity 1. Put this little fella in. Put that in and that in, and if we wanted to we could even put another one in, but these I've got slated for another purpose. Yeah, and that is that. Now if I want to have a look at I can't remember the name of the ring. It is not the ring of protection, it is the not the bound soul ring. Got to look at it. There we go, the effortless ring. We need a bit of gold and a bit of iron. Okay, so we just need a couple of gold, and we just need a couple of iron. And then what we should be able to do is, what was, I can't remember the recipe. It's gone already. Yeah, so it was that and that with that, one of those and that and that. And that is the effortless ring. Walk faster and get more efficient. Now we'll show you what this is like in a moment. But first things first, let me put that away. Let me jump in here and charge that up. Now I did want to do one thing, didn't I? Which was see if I've done this the wrong way around again. I know I have. I'm just looking at it going, that's definitely every time. Okay, now can you and you combine? No, you can't. Okay, that's fine. This is not a problem, but we do need to take that out. We'll combine that and that to make an 8,000 millibucket one. That's quite a neat mechanism, actually. And we can jump in here and pop that one in. We can grab over this one. We can pop that one in. Do a little bit of blood management. There we go. Pop those back where they belong. How are you doing? And you can go there. So we've done that. We've got the thing. Now there's the other one I want to look at is there's the eternal bucket. So for that we're going to need to make a weather container. Blood pearl. Oh, and then there's the sapling. Let me just check a look at the undead. See what's in there. We need a dead bush for that. So let's start with a weather container, shall we? Empty weather container, dark gem, glass bottle and some sugar. That's fine. We can do that. So let's head to the overworld because we need to go to one of those dark temples. Any bottles in here? Let me just check. Probably not. No. That needs to go away. That needs to go away. That needs to go away. Everything else is on there. The last thing we need to decide, that's a shield. So we're going to lose a ring, which is fine. We'll take that off. We'll head through here. Because what we get once we come in here and pop this on is, well, I'll show you in a moment. Let me glass bottle. There you go, one glass bottle, bit of sugar. Sugar cane, I've got a couple of, that'll do me. I could probably do with taking, I'm going to take 2 or 3 of these actually. What else we got? Regen, fire resistance, instant damage. I'm not going to drink an instant damage potion. There you go. The glass bottles. We need sugar and dark gems. I need a bit more sugar then. Time, daytime. Oh, incidentally, what that ring does? Effortless ring. I run a little bit faster, which obviously. Oh, and it's raining already. But the jump is there. So that's the effortless ring. What I want to do at some point is try this combined with Boots of the Traveller with haste on them, because that should be insane. But we'll get to that. All right. So we got those. We need dark gem. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3. That and that gives me 3 weather flasks, empties. Now let me just check my blood magic. Have I got a weak ritual stone? I don't think I have. Hang on a second then. Oh. Imperfect, I think, is the one I'm looking for, isn't it? Not a master. Imperfect ritual stone. Stone, obsidian, and that. Okay, and was it lapis you stick on the top? Let me just double check the ritual, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, I know we're a little bit running over time here. I'm at 30 minutes, but I wanted to get to this stage done today if we can. This effort ring, oh, it is well worth it. I mean, look at that, the speed. It's I can't wait to try and experiment with various combinations of speed enhancing accessories. That is, you know, accessories, not substances. So I don't think we've got any of the dark temples actually near where we live back there, because obviously Evil Craft was added later, so the terrain gen didn't have it. However, oh, incidentally, the other thing, let me get there. The speed boost actually applies to this as well, which is brilliant. So let me have a look at our portal now. There we go, down there, that way. Yeah, so the speed boost actually helps the broomstick, which is great for me because, you know, it helps. The reason, by the way, that little thing's at half is because it's not a whole, not even numbers, so it's not never going to go up to beyond that half block there. Okay, let me just come around here, get off of that. So if you recall these things, hey, nasty. Hup, hup, there we go. We got these accumulators. We had God damn it. Let me just try that again, shall we? Hup, thank you. So these environmental accumulators are pretty neat little devices, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a weather container and we are going to throw it in, and you'll see that this is environmental little thing goes on, and eventually we get a weather control thing, my only sunshine, and it starts raining because we've absorbed the nice weather. Now we're just waiting for this bar to go back up, and once that bar's back up we will get the do the next one. I brought this because it allows me to create a storm, but hopefully this will automatically create a storm for us. Yeah, and the one thing I meant to do, which I forgot to do, is I was going to try and see whether we can telepose these around, but I should be able... No, wrong series. I haven't got a dislocation 1 focus in this series. The only problem when you play with Thaumaturge in 2 series at the same time, of course, is you can forget what series you've got what in. And yeah, that's FTB Infinity Evolved where I did the dislocation focus, wasn't it? So yeah, okay. So in you go. You are going to suck up the rain. Glub, glub, glub. And there we go. There's when the rain begins to fall, and it has stopped raining. So the decision to bring the imperfect ritual stone was the right one, which is good. Okay, if I take that out and place my imperfect ritual stone like that, that gives it a water source block above it. Perfect. Just waiting for this to... So that should be a storm, I believe. Going to be a storm? Come on, you're supposed to be a storm. That really doesn't feel like a storm to me. Alright, let's try this one anyway. Look. If it turns out the same as this one, when rain begins to fall, then we know it's definitely... Ow. What the hell? Who's that? when it was at home. Okay. Oh well, that was definitely worth bringing with us, but we need a storm one at some point. This is not necessary for what we want to do right now. We just need that one, which will let. What is attacking us? Am I out of juice in my... No, it's not that. Interesting. Yeah, how very, very strange. Wait, get back there. Doesn't seem to be that beam. No, absolutely no idea what was doing that. But doesn't matter, because we got some of what we wanted. And if we go into, if we look at the uses for that, as I say, if we combine that with 3 of these. Now this at first glance you go, why do I want 4? Well, if you look at the use of that, no. Okay, if you look at use of that, I thought you use those with a weather control and dart block to make those. I have no idea why I would want 4. But this is eternal. And it's now become 1. Interesting. Glitch there. So it creates 4 and then it becomes 1. Okay, we can live. We'll live with that. The other one, as I say, that you get is the... where are we? Get this. So we take you, and it was a bit of that. One of the... Oh, hang on. Not quite. Put those away. We need to get a block. So block these. And that eternal water blocks, and they're just basically block versions of that infinite water source block. Kind of, yeah, a bit dubious. Now this, what do we use you for? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Okay, I'm completely lost. Yeah, so but that's some of the stuff we've got. Obviously this ring is really, really good. I'm happy with that. Now I need to go and find myself a dead bush, because everybody needs some dead bush in their life. I think if I head this way, that'll get us back to the portal, so that's fine. And yeah, so I'll go and find the dead bush so we can have a play with the undead sapling, and more importantly the undead tree next episode. And I think next episode we'll have an experiment in bringing back a weather accumulator back to the overworld, but nearer our base, so when we get a storm, there's got to be a way to create a storm. I can't believe there isn't. But when we do get a storm, we're set, we're off and ready to go. But yeah, but until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.